to show you how to use aux input tracks as a submix. So here's my track. Here is my track. All right, so I have essentially three different chord-based tracks. I have my E-piano, a pad, and another kind of sine wavy pad for the verse section. And let's just imagine that I like, everything can be done here at this point. So I have my E-piano, my pad, and my second pad for the verse. And I like their volume relationship. I like the piano, the E-piano being kind of the lead or the main instrument. The pad's just there to give it some to fill it out. And then this sound completely is different for the verse section. But in any case, I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. It's a pretty straightforward idea. And I'm going to make a stereo aux input track. And I'm going to call this keys sub. And for the sake of making things nice, I'm going to make all of my keys tracks purple, and I'm going to make this sub blue. All right, and if I were doing this for an entire song, I might make all my drums a particular color and make their sub blue and kind of keep my auxes together. Okay, so for my sub, for my aux, I am going to set my input to a bus, first one that's unused. I'm going to right click on it so I can rename it, and I am going to rename it keys sub, because that's what it is. Now, instead of having these tracks go to the main outs, which is essentially going to the master bus, I'm going to redirect them to the sub mix by placing them on the keys sub. Now, we haven't really done this too often, I don't think, where we're using the outputs to go directly to the to the aux input track. We have used the sends to do the same thing, but this is different because we don't want to hear it. We want to send it through this. So remember, when you're using a bus, you are sending essentially a duplicate because you're getting the main out and you're also sending a duplicate, or as much of that duplicate as you want, to your particular sub that I should probably name. Oh, there's already a reverb. Interesting. I haven't opened this session in a while. I'll call that reverb 2. What the? Oh yeah. It's hidden for some reason. All right. So now, when Now, what we were hearing there was actually the reverb. So basically, what I was trying to show you by lowering this is that all of my synth tracks on my keyboards are coming out and are controlled by this one volume. So that's what a submix typically is, or what was and is on an analog mixing console. It's to say, I like this in terms of the volume relationships. I just want to have control over 3 tracks or 5 tracks or 10 tracks on one volume fader. Now, you still have plenty of control on a bunch of things. So one, these are different instruments, so that's kind of cool. I have 2 things coming out of contact. I have one expand. Now, you can still solo these. You can still adjust the volumes individually. You can still process them individually if you wanted to. and you could then also process them as a group if you want to add some compression or something like that. So there is a lot of useful things that you can do using submixes. All right, there you go.